There's a show, folks, gather around to hear Dino and Harris, voices crystal clear, talking about life from dusk till dawn. Stories of laughter all night long. Old barn radio, the connection's tight, crackling jokes in the moon's own light. Topics wander, hearts they weigh. Not Dumb Podcast steals the day. Tune in, lean back, enjoy the ride with Dino and Harris by your side, unveiling truths.
Back with the peepers.
Hello, everybody.
Podcast.
It's your boy, Aristotle, here again today with another episode of
With every word,
Not Another Dumb Podcast
wisdom
with
flows
my host,
from field
Gunslinging.
Oh, shit.
to mountain snow.
Los Dino, baby. What's up?
Dino.
Answers claim.
What's up? What's up? I mean, I know you saw the glasses before we recorded, but I was like, oh, let's make the people wait. What is it?
Hey, let's play a little peekaboo.
Is it eyeglasses Harris today, or is it no eyeglasses Harris today?
Keep them guessing.
You gotta keep them
Keep 'em
guessing.
guessing. What's up, brother? What you been up to, homie?
Nothing, man. You know, getting ready for politics.
Hell yeah, dude. I just came back from voting. I voted.
How
Put
did
in
that
my-
go?
Put in my voice. It was. There's a lot of people there, man.
You put in your voice. Is it like new technology where you record your?
Yeah, it's
It's
all.
like, I'm voting for. It's like, well, we couldn't understand them, so
yeah,
put Kamala.
Just put Kamala.
Just put Kamala.
Just put Kamala.
Just put Kamala.
It's like Trump. You mean Kamala? It's like no, Trump.
I mean, that would be kind of like a crazy way. I mean, it would be a crazy and stupid way of them like updating technology where instead of like just counting your vote, you have to like say your vote and like they're just gonna say, all right, whatever.
You just go against like everything we've known in America is like,
Yeah.
like before it's like, you just keep your politics to yourself. Don't tell people who you vote for.
Amen.
But now you have to go into these polls and scream out the candidate that you like the most.
Hey, that's where you get freedom of speech from, baby.
Or you're like screaming Trump and then you walk out and you have all these like blue-haired liberals looking at you, dude. Like,
Yeah, like wow. I hope like they didn't hear who I'm voting for.
yeah, it's like, what are you gonna do about it? Cancel me?
What are you gonna do? Follow me home?
Yeah. Anyway, man. But yeah, so like voting, I did that. You haven't voted yet, dude, which means you're not a true American. You're not a real American like I am.
Not a patriot, brother.
You're not a patriot. But it was pretty smooth. I was surprised. Like I was waiting in line, dude, and it's like I'm in the front of the line, and it's like people are like lining up, and then finally somebody says, there's like two other polling places that are open right now. Why don't you go there? And then everybody's just looking at him like, you want me to leave this line so I can go 20-minute drive to something like makes no sense.
Oh.
But yeah, but it was smooth. It was cool.
The people that you were describing that were in the line, it kind of really resorts back to I remember the founding fathers. They said that like the only people who should be allowed to vote are like land owning
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And then they reverted where they're like, oh well, let's
I
just
guess
make
everybody.
vote. Yeah, that.
But first, no, but
Everybody.
yeah. Well, at first it was like, okay, well, only white guys, and then okay, I guess blacks can vote, and then you know what, women.
No, but see, they did that. They did that, I think, on purpose because it's like they knew that if you contaminated the populace, that you can pretty much like fix your way out of any election.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly.
Because I think especially at the time. Well, I mean, even now, I think most people who own land are, they would think that I forgot the word.
Oh, dude. All those glasses for what? For what?
Yeah.
Dude? You don't even. Why don't you try rubbing him a little? Make that brain work for you.
Oh. Um, responsible. That's the word. They
Oh,
would think that people who own land that they'll be responsible because you're gonna make reasonable
choices.
choices to make sure that you keep your land. You have a
Yeah,
profit to like make sure
exactly.
that you can pay your taxes. Well,
But
even
yeah, it's the idea that you actually have investment in the country because you own
yeah.
part of the country. I get. But you know what? Maybe that's why everything is so expensive. People can't even buy their own homes now, dude. So now people don't feel like that responsibility of like, they don't feel as invested to their country. So therefore people don't vote, you know? I don't know.
Well, I think the problem is also well, not well, I think
Well,
back then you can kind of say that, people who lived in major cities, they didn't really own land because, you only had like
yeah,
small apartments. So technically that kind of like through you out of the loop. I mean,
yeah.
mainly that would only affect more rural people because you can own an acre of land and not have like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's interesting, man. This whole election's been like really, I don't know how much you've been keeping track of it, but it's been bro, like the way people are talking about this election, dude. Like it doesn't matter who you vote for this election. America's gonna be gone. All right. It doesn't if you ask a liberal, what happens if Trump wins? It's like, oh, America is gonna be a dictatorship. Trump's gonna rule it like Nazi Germany. And then if you ask conservative, what happens if Kamala wins? And then they're like, yeah, the Mexicans are gonna come and take our jobs. It's gonna be, people running this country are going to be dead because of the cartel. I'm like, either way, either one you're picking, bro. There's gonna be a full on war, basically.
See, I mean, I don't know how much I can trust you because you don't have glasses. I have glasses and people can trust me because, oh my God.
Oh man, all right, dude.
Okay, I didn't know I ordered Elvis Presley all of a sudden.
Speak to me, brother.
I don't think Elvis ever said the word brother.
Speak to me, baby.
Yeah, there you go. That's more like it. No, I mean, I don't know about the whole aspect of
No, it's
the
all bullshit. That's what I'm saying.
the country being gone. I just think the only issue I have with the elections this year is okay, so if Trump wins, what happens afterwards? What happens
Yeah,
after 4 years?
that's been your main thing every time I talk to you. You're
Yeah,
like, well, what happens after? Like, who? I
But
don't
now
know,
now I
Harris.
have an audience to talk about too.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what
You
happens
know?
after Trump. It's
No,
like,
because I mean the thing is, it's like, people pretend that okay, that it's not gonna be liberal for 4 years. Okay, but what about afterwards?
well, there's a YouTuber Constantine guy.
And
Like
talking
he's
and
like,
talking about neo-Nazis, dude.
I wasn't talking about the Matrix.
No, you're talking about Nazis, but like maybe I shouldn't use that word because I know that people get demonetized
That's a
for it.
trigger.
But
Dude, we can't get demonetized because we're not
we're not
monetized.
monetized.
But
Boom,
they.
baby. But no, talking about that the most recent Trump event that he had in
New
M
York.
and
Yeah.
yeah, the Madison Square Garden, MSG,
Mhm.
China. Uh
China. That's why he had it.
and they're talking about how MS where he had the rally 80 years ago, or was it 80 years ago?
Yeah, that.
They had that no rally with the no Americans who supported,
Yeah,
Germany at the time. And I was like, dude, it's fucking Madison Square Garden, dude. They have
yeah.
every event known to man in
But you
that.
know what's crazy? It's like you see comparisons. It's like, okay, well, look, there's a lot of people there, and there are a lot of people there. But then if you zoom into the Trump's rally, there's like Jews there, there's
Uh,
Mexicans there, I'm
but it's like
like,
what
it's not
what
the
what
same
makes
thing,
it
dude.
it's like what makes it worse. Oh, so you're saying everybody who's a New York Knicks supporter is a
Yeah.
no guy,
You,
dude?
you tell
Like,
me, yeah, you tell me Bronson's a Nazi, dude.
dude, you're telling me just because Carmelo Anthony was my favorite player that
He's a Nazi.
I'm a Nazi, dude?
No, 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 no. You're not a Nazi, but he is for sure, dude.
Yeah, that's why you always used to do this, right?
Yeah.
There's another symbol that means
Is that the new one, dude? I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with the Nazi hand gestures. I only
no,
know the OG one.
the
I
OG
re-
one, yeah. That's don't do it. Don't do it, brother.
Can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, like and then like when like people were freaking out about that, I was like, dude, it's it's like Madison Square Garden. Like,
All right, dude. It's like when like we're, I just played that Tony Hitchcliffe thing where he was like, where he made that joke about there's a floating island.
yeah,
I think it's called Puerto Rico.
yeah,
You
Puerto
know,
Rico.
which is a funny joke, dude. It's a funny joke.
Uh,
All right. Maybe not the most appropriate joke at a Trump rally, where the narrative is that he hates Mexicans and Latinos.
and then I remember when he said that joke, like I saw like an article. I was just scrolling by,
You
and
saw that?
it says that he made 939,000 Puerto Rican voters mad. I'm like, oh,
Whoa.
939,000 out of a country of 300 and something
Yeah,
million. Oh,
yeah.
what are we gonna do?
And plus, the joke is that Puerto Rico has a trash problem, and it's like, yeah,
Yeah,
they do have a trash. That's the
yeah,
joke.
you know,
That's not. It's a. And plus, like Tony Hitchcliffe is known to be like a roaster. Like that's his job. His job is to be mean. And and like if you listen to like the whole thing, it's like he roasted Trump, he roasted the Republicans, he roasted Democrats, he roasted
yeah.
Puerto Ricans.
And then also like people were, the media on the left were like, oh, everybody was in an uproar, how funny it was, and they were all
Yeah.
laughing, and
And then you listen to the
he couldn't get people to calm down from the laughter.
and then you listen to the video and it's like silence. It's like
Uh,
maybe a couple people laughed.
uh,
I don't know. But it's like, to go back to what you were saying, it's like what happens after Trump wins, so after his election. Well, that's the thing. It's like, so a lot of people think that if Trump wins, he's not leaving office. Like which is, I'm like, no, dude, that's not how politics works. Like, and plus he's like old, bro. He's gonna die.
yeah, it's gonna be, I think, maybe in his
Yeah.
80s when
Plus all he does is like he works at McDonald's, he eats at McDonald's. It's like, let's be honest, bro. If he makes it through this 4 years, bro, that's a fucking miracle.
uh,
But yeah. So like, I'm not worried about him like trying to be a forever dictator. That's just not gonna happen. But Constantine, I forgot his full name, but he has like a YouTube channel called Trigonometry or some shit. He was on Joe Rogan yesterday, and they were talking about. He was talking about how he's optimistic about where politics is headed, in the way that, especially the way the media treats it, because right now the way media kind of treats it is they'll play snippets of the politician, and then when you do that, you can kind of
well, you can,
distort
yeah, you can
what the
like
politician say. Yeah, exactly.
manipulate, you know.
But he was saying, but what he's seeing now, and I agree with him, it's like a lot of these Trump and JD Vance have done a really great job of going to these long form podcasts like Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, Flagrant, all these like really big, YouTube channels, and they're having like these 2 or 3 hour conversations where you can really get to know people. And I think that's the path a lot of these new politicians are going to have to start doing. Is they're going to have to do these long form podcasts where a lot of their messages aren't going to be distorted by the fake news media, the fake news CNN, dude. It's going to be all fucking, like people are going to have a much better idea who they're voting for, I think. And that's why I think Kamala Harris should have done Joe Rogan, and she should have done like she did like a Call Me Daddy podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know what that is, dude. Like, who watches that, dude? You need to. And then she complains about how she's not reaching the young men. And I'm like, well, yeah, because you're not going on those you're going on fucking Call Me Daddy podcast, which I'm not even sure is a real podcast. Could be, who
Yeah,
knows what the
dude.
fuck that is.
Dude, it's not like another dumb podcast, dude.
It's like if she went to the fucking Haktua podcast, dude. It's like, why not just
Is that
go?
what it's called?
I think it's called that.
Uh, but see, the problem is also with, even if you do podcasts, people can still snip
I
your
mean, you can, but it's like they get enough views to where, because how many people? I don't know how many young people watch
there's
CNN, for instance.
yeah, but there's because there's that YouTube channel I think called like Pixel or whatever, and he like clips Joe Rogan podcasts in like the most obscene way, where he was like literally talking about. There's like literally a video he made where it seemed like Joe Rogan wanted to eat Tucker Carlson,
Yeah, I mean that's gonna exist.
and Tucker Carlson's like, "Are you insane?"
Yeah, I mean that's always gonna exist, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think if you are somebody that's voting and you want to know about the candidate, I think going and watching Joe Rogan or watching, I mean Theo Von's hilarious, bro. Like Theo Von,
Yeah.
he'll talk about like how he wants to like JD. They were talking about like drugs going into the country,
Yeah.
and then Theo Von's it's like, yeah, it's crazy. So you can't even do cocaine anymore. That's how because everything's licensed. And he said that shit in front of JD Vance, and he started
Yeah.
cracking. But that's the shit that works, man. So you gotta be funny. And that's why Joe Rogan was kind of talking about why he wanted Kamala Harris to be on his podcast. He's like, he didn't want to talk about the policies, which she wouldn't have talked about anyway. It's like he just wanted to have like a normal conversation with her because he feels, and I think a lot of people feel, they don't know much about Kamala, and this was her opportunity to show people who she was, and
Yeah.
without the politics.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I know that like he gave her the option to go on the podcast, and she pretty
Yeah.
much said, "I'll do the podcast, but you have to come to my location.
You have
and
to come here. It has to be an hour. It has to be
something." Yeah,
Yeah.
which is like kind of weird. Isn't that kind of a weird time limit? Like,
That is kind of weird, bro.
like,
That's like an hour.
why would you give me only a specific amount of time? Like,
I mean, yeah. I
is
mean,
there something that you're taking that only lasts like, 60 minutes, but not like
I
an
know
hour
she on
and
those
20 minutes?
Is she on that Joe Biden medication where she can
Yeah,
only like, keep it
you know.
together for enough?
I think what it's all coming back to is like the regular voters, they just want to see how normal politicians are and how down to earth politicians can be or need to be.
Dude, I think it's important, bro. I think especially in that, and I think that's, like I think one of the reasons this whole thing backfired with the DMC it's the fact that when Kamala, so Joe Biden steps down, and then Kamala automatically became the replacement for president.
Well,
And the fact that we didn't have like a primary voting to see who's going to be the Democratic nominee, I think is really going to hurt it because the whole point is not just for people to pick who they want to represent their party, but it's also a really good chance and time for people to understand who this person is. And the fact that Kamala's been VP for 4 years and people still don't know what she's about, who she's what she's running on, what she wants.
she's about an opportunity economy.
Oh yeah. Well,
That's all. That's all I remember about her campaign is just opportunity economy and abortion, which abortion doesn't affect me, brother. That automatically cuts off like 50% of your your voting population, because if that's like one of your biggest like your biggest points, I mean, what's that have to do with me? That has nothing to do with me.
No, I mean, yeah,
but going back to like politicians being like down to earth, it was funny. I saw like AOC. She did a stream with
Waltz,
and he was playing Madden.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dude. I was like, bro, how much you
it's like, whoa.
He's playing on easy mode too, bro. So everybody's like, wow, look how good he's a Madden player.
Apparently he said that AOC runs a mean pick six. It's like, how do you run a pick six? Like a pick six is when you intercept and you run it back for a touchdown.
Yeah,
it's not a play you run. It's a play that naturally happens.
I mean, that just shows you, and especially him wearing like that camouflage Minnesota Vikings.
Oh yeah, because that's what young voters like, dude. They want a VP that plays Madden with AOC.
But also, why would you be a Minnesota Vikings fan? You can just pick a team that are winners because you want to be a winner.
Like Detroit, baby.
The Chiefs, baby.
What are you talking about, dude? The Lions are running it right now, dude.
Well, I mean, yeah. I
think Chiefs are undefeated though.
Yeah, they're undefeated. I mean, we only have, I think, 2 losses this year.
I think one. I think one.
2 or 1. I don't know. I mean, I know.
Call yourself a Detroiter, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you get the hell out that state, dude, and go to somewhere?
Hey, that sounded pretty racist, bro. You're
why don't you go back to Tom Brady country?
Oh, get out of that country, brother.
Get the hell out of that country, homie.
No, I mean, I know that our division
Yeah.
is very competitive this year because everybody's like a really good winning team. Like Packers, Vikings,
Yeah.
Lions, and
Very good. Very good team. They're the best. The best
uh,
team. Best division.
we're nothing but winners.
But yeah, another point that but they were saying, okay, well, what happens after Trump? And I'm like, there are a couple of people that are kind of stepping up, and it's like I don't know, like the way JD Vance talks. I like the way he talks. I like how he's articulate. I like but I mean, but listen, man, politics there's always gonna be double speak there, but I feel
Uh,
like the way he handles the media is great. I think I think Trump definitely needed somebody to fucking help him with that. But then, but after Trump's presidency, it's like, Vivek's interesting guy, Tulsi Gabbard's interesting person. It's like there's a couple of people there I think, after and then e- even what's his name?
Robert Kennedy.
Robert Kennedy, yeah.
Yeah, but to be honest, I don't think he's ever people are ever gonna pick him.
Well, because his voice.
I mean, I would say that that is a
Yeah.
very high up there. Because to be
Yeah.
honest, when the guy does talk, and if you actually like can
Yeah,
listen
it's
to what he
good.
says, he's amazing. But it's just like his voice. I kind of feel sad for him. Well, feel bad, sad, whatever. But see, I think like what the Democrats messed up on, as much as I don't really like Gavin Newsom or whatever,
Mhm.
but Gavin Newsom would have been perfect for him.
Oh yeah.
He's from California, so he has connections to Hollywood. He has connections to people who do podcasts, so he
Yeah.
could have definitely went on like some left leaning podcast,
He's very
or
charismatic. He reminds
or
me of Trudeau.
or even no, don't say
He,
that.
re- he, he reminds me of Trudeau.
Even if
Very, very handsome guy, very charismatic, but like can't run shit, dude.
uh, I mean, he even could have went on Joe Rogan and he could have had a
Yeah, I think
decent
Rogan
podcast,
probably would have got him on it.
you know.
But I think his biggest issue is California.
Well, yeah, I mean, generally, yeah, that, but also,
It's like
uh,
anybody that runs against him can just point to California and be like, "This is your state. This is what you did." And like, what do you think? How do you think that? It's like if you can't handle your state, what makes you think you can handle
yeah,
50 of them?
but the thing is, it's California only has certain hotspots. It's not like the whole state
Yeah,
is
but
that bad, but it's just the reason those hotspots are very large.
and they're
So
very bad too.
yeah, and they're very bad. So it makes the whole like I think if you go into like the rural areas of California,
Yeah.
which is more conservative,
But to me,
I mean it's bad, but I don't think it's that bad.
that's even more reason of like your focus should be those big cities. It should be
Uh,
Oakland and San Francisco and
oh yeah,
LA. It
100%.
should
I mean
be
that's your
so if you can't
moneymaker.
handle those are your money making, and those are where it's concentrated the most. So that's where your focus should be. And then apparently when like the Chinese president, I forget, was it Chinese president that came to visit?
Yeah, Xi Jinping.
Yeah, Xi Jinping. And is he Winnie the Pooh?
That's Winnie the Pooh. You just got us canceled in China, then.
Dude, we love Winnie the Pooh, dude. We love. But
You can't say that either.
what the fuck?
Anything related to Winnie the Pooh is just can't.
But when he came to visit, it's like then he finally started. I forgot where he was. It San Francisco or LA?
Yeah, he went to San Francisco.
And then they finally cleaned up
They
everything.
fucking made that city spotless, dude.
Yeah.
They made it spotless. But the thing that I never really understood about that visit was how they put up like those chain link fences everywhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, what was the point of that? Like,
Keep those homeless people out, dude.
yeah, but I think they did that. I think that's mainly because of security thing, because it keeps people like funneled into like a sidewalk.
Yeah, maybe,
You
maybe.
can like watch people more because I think they did the same thing during the Olympics in Paris.
Yeah. Also, what's crazy to me is like why Xi Jinping would even want to go to San Francisco.
Well, because California has all the largest ports in America, and that's directly connected to China.
Oh, okay. So it's
And
just business.
also there's like the Silicon Valley, and also I think China might have. I mean California might have the
Some of the
largest
best Chinese food.
Chinese population outside of
Oh,
China,
I see what you're saying.
other than like Singapore and stuff like that.
No, dude, you're very knowledgeable when it comes to China.
I know my people very well.
Yeah.
It's kind of being stupid if this video comes up after the previous video, so people will not even know what I'm talking about.
I mean, that's up to you. You create the word.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Like, I don't know. Because it's like I don't like Trump, but it's like I don't to be honest, I don't like any of them, dude. So it's like, like who's the hottest candidate, really? That's what it comes
No,
down to. Who's got the
you,
nicest ass?
no, you should never vote like that, then.
How do you vote?
China. How do I vote?
Wait, so you just put Xi Jinping on?
Yeah, I want him to.
He's a write-in.
Yeah, people are gonna start thinking I'm communist or something. And then what makes it worse is that these are the same glasses. Well, not the same glasses, same style of glasses as I think Leon Trotsky had. So that guy was a very big commie,
Yeah,
dude.
like him and fucking who was it? Same height, same glasses.
Yeah, yeah. Sam Hyde, the budget version of Sam Hyde, right here,
Hell yeah, dude.
the Chinese edition.
Dude, your role models are incredible, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Man. When are you voting, dude?
Voting day, baby, November 5th.
It's coming up, homie.
Talking about this video is sponsored by
Donald Trump and Kamala Harris.
whatever political party wins this year.
The sponsor is America, man.
I'm talking about the politics. I don't know. Did you see? Supposedly they did that test. I think it was on NBC or ABC, or I think it was MSNBC, one of the channels, where they did like a test to see who's winning the state. They do that, like in the bottom of the TV, they show like who won each state.
Yeah,
Supposedly they're doing a test, and they showed that Kamala Harris won Pennsylvania.
that's close in Pennsylvania, though. I think it's like
Yeah, it was like
0.7 point.
it was like 500,000 votes.
Yeah.
Well, when
But
I
then yesterday I saw that Trump was up 2% in Pennsylvania. So I don't know.
but at the same time, I think all that stuff is BS because how many people vote early and how many people like do it on the day of?
Yeah, exactly. And plus, it's like I don't know. And also, it's like after the Hillary Clinton election, dude. I don't trust polls, dude. I don't trust, you know. I don't trust any of that shit because it's like apparently because like Hillary Clinton was up like 50 or some shit or like she was like
It was supposed to
designated to
be
win.
like landslide.
It was supposed to be a landslide victory for her, and then Trump just like snuck in from the back. I mean, thanks to Russia, dude. Thanks, the only reason he won up here is that the Russians.
Uh, but see, the thing is, you gotta do. This is the
No, I
other one.
can't. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing
Yeah, you
it.
can't do
I can't do it.
that. But see, the thing is, I always say that polls don't really matter
Yeah,
because
polls.
it's whoever decides to do polls, it's like who they're getting, and the vast majority. Okay, if you have a poll of 10 people, and 9 people are Democrat, of course it's gonna say that it's a landslide victory.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean Pennsylvania's close, Michigan's pretty close. It's gonna yeah, I mean it's I think it's really gonna come down to day of really.
Well, to be honest, I always say it's more important on the day off, a day of, because a lot of people have the day off because schools are closed.
Yeah.
A lot of federal workplaces are also closed.
Yeah. I think when we went to high school there would be like half a day so like teachers can go and
No, I don't think we had school at all.
you sure?
No.
Let's call one of our teachers. Let's ask.
Yeah, hey, let's bring in our guest.
All the teachers that we have on Facebook for some reason we can
Yeah.
finally put them to use.
Yeah, finally they mean something to us after all these years of
The whole point of this podcast was so we can reconnect to our middle school teachers.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting election, dude. But it's like I don't know. There seems to be like a lot of doom and gloom on both sides. So it's like to be honest, I'm just ready for it to be over with, dude. And then see. Hopefully, we all survive. The next 4 years, and then we can do this all again. You know.
To be honest, it's I actually want to see how sold out the stores are gonna be, because people start dooming and glooming, saying, "Oh, civil war is gonna happen,"
Oh yeah, dude.
and then people start buying all the water and like canned goods and everything else.
Oh, dude, I think if Kamala wins it, it's gonna be. Dude, there was one video. It was like a liberal. He was like saying, he was like trying. He made a video, telling people what they should do if Trump ends up winning, and
Uh,
he's like, everybody should buy a gun, get some target practice. I'm like, what the fuck are we planning a war, dude?
no. And I
That's
mean,
insane.
to be honest, it is kind of scary and sad how politically divided.
It shouldn't be this divided, bro. It
Yeah,
should be. It
I
should.
mean, dude, it's that's the whole point of. I mean, I know we're technically not a democracy; we're a constitutional republic.
Oh, dude, somebody's been listening to Charlie Kirk, dude.
Um, but no, because I always say at the end of the day, the best America
Is
would
our
be
America.
is a great America. No, because I always say the best version of America would be if every single politician and every law that's made adheres to the Constitution and the amendments and the Bill of Rights, and anything that's kind of
I
contradictory to any
wanna
of those
be a real American.
anything that's contradictory to those those documents shouldn't technically be a law.
And dude, make sure you like put in a American flag while you were talking like that, because dude, I'm inspired right now, dude.
Oh, okay. Which one's the American flag again?
The one with the star in there, and it's yellow. It's in the middle.
Oh, yellow in the middle. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I'll put up the Vietnamese flag.
I thought it was a China one. What's a China one?
No, the China one is there is a yellow star, but it's in the corner.
Okay. Hey, dude, just put all the flags with stars on
To
it.
be honest, I thought you were gonna say red, white, and blue, and you were gonna say the one with the star in the middle. I was gonna put a flag of Yugoslavia.
Yo, let's make Yugoslavia great.
Let's make Yugoslavia great again, brother.
Yo, let's reunite our country before we start talking
Yeah.
about this one.
No, yeah.
Go ahead, dude.
No, there's literally a point I was trying to make. Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, but the whole point of being a democracy, if you want to call it a democracy, is it's your choice. You shouldn't really be against someone else's choice. I mean,
Yeah, dude. Well,
uh,
the issue is because with the liberals and the trans community, and it's like this idea that the trans feel like their way of life is getting under attack, and then there's this, I think, genuine fear that they have that if a Republican president gets into office, or like Trump, that they're gonna get under attack, and it's like I don't know where that's coming from. And then also, if you listen to a lot of the conservatives' rhetoric when it comes to the trans community, it's really just about the children not being given, hormone blockers, or surgeries. It's not really, it's like once they hit 18, bro, hey, go crazy. If you want to chop shit off, chop shit off, then. But the whole point of it is children, and it's that rhetoric that I think a lot of the liberals are afraid of. It's also the idea of abortion that they're afraid of. Like those two things, they feel the most passionate about, and they feel like that's the thing that's the most under attack when it comes to Republicans. And I'm like, I think from the Republic side, it's like, how do we ease their tension and their fear? And I think that should be a big focus. And because it's like they're not doing that, they're not trying to like calm
you know
them down.
what? Let me hit you with some knowledge, bro.
Oh.
It doesn't matter.
It
What's
doesn't matter. You're gonna hit the rock me.
uh, uh, it doesn't matter who's left or right
No.
because it all depends on the point of view.
Dude, are you trying to riz me up, dude?
Dude, is it working?
No,
Oh, okay.
not me, bro.
No, because I'm saying, like, for example, if I put up my left hand, from
Uh-huh.
your point of view, it's a right hand. Oh, if I put up my right hand, it's from your point of view, it's the left hand.
Dude, I think those glasses are too tight. They're too tight on you.
Yeah, to be honest, it is getting pretty tight over here, dude.
Yeah, but
But
I don't
anyway,
know. But I think there's a merit with what I said. I think those two ideas and those two problems that we face in America, I think those two things are the main reason things are so divided. And it's like if Republicans, I think, did a better job of like calming down their concerns, I think we would be in a better place. But it's so. I don't think politics are supposed to be as personal as they've become, and I feel like right now people are taking politics personal.
I think also the issue is they push politics into everything.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
politics used to just be politics until they started pushing into video games. They pushed into
Yeah.
shows, into sports, into, you know.
Yeah. Well, like the last video we made, we talked about how, like the non-binary politics and the transgender politics that's getting pushed into video games. And
And
it's
this is gonna be the first video though.
keep them guessing, brother.
Yeah, keep guessing. I'll clip it in.
Yeah, clip in that video in this video, but don't upload that video.
Yeah.
until this video.
And then we'll just make it one whole video, dude.
And to make it a double feature, dude. That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. At the end of the day, you vote for whoever you vote for.
And
It's your
and
politics.
yeah, and the most important thing is not to be dumb. Don't be,
Yeah.
don't make politics dumb.
Yeah,
Because this has been.
not another dumb podcast.
That's why we have 4 minutes left. I'm like, I gotta wrap this up.
I don't know. It tells the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, our manager keeps us out on a tight schedule.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
this-
before we go, anything you want to say about Diddy?
I got nothing about Diddy, dog.
All right, dude. You fucking coward.
Dude, you know what, man? What the Diddy dude?
No Diddy did.
Dude, that just sounded like remember that guy?
Fred Flintstone.
No, remember the guy? What's his name? Not Narwhal.
Oh
What?
yeah. Do 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 do. Do do.
Yeah,
Bro, the way the rappers treat him, dude, I don't like it, bro. They need to be
Yeah.
nicer to my boy.
yeah, bro. That is crazy though. It's like, you know how like people get very like freaked out about the information he has.
I can't believe you know Narvar, dude. I thought I was the only one.
Nah, dude. I think a lot of people know about Narwhal.
No, dude. I thought he was my secret.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was your secret, dude.
That's all right, dude. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys had fun. Please remember to subscribe and like and leave a comment. I have been Los Dino. This is my boy, Aristotle.
Aristotle.
The guy with the Harry Potter glasses. The guy with the sand. Wait, what the hell? What the
Yeah.
fuck are you?
I'm his evil twin, Aristotle.
Shout out to our boy Ferris.
Shout out.
I want to thank you guys for watching.
See you guys in the next episode.
Not another dumb podcast. Let this one be the last. Save me from this sound blast. Not another dumb podcast. Mindless chatter all around. Nothing new, just same old sound. Lost in noise, can't be found. Not another dumb podcast, please. Turn it off, it's all too much. Empty talk, no human touch. Just for once, a moment's peace. Quiet thoughts, if you please. Not another dumb podcast. Let this one be the last. Save me from this sound blast. Not another dumb podcast.